Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mal, known as the Veg Plot Man, and I've just popped down to the plot before work just to do a few tasks that just makes the job easier towards the end of the week. We're now entering into sort of like the second week in May, and I think for us the threat of frost is certainly diminishing day by day. So what I've come to do today is going to take a brave step, and I think I'm going to take my runner beans and I'm going to get them set out where they're going to go, and I'm also going to take out my sweet corn and lay those out and harden them off for the next couple of days before putting them in. I'll show you the sweet corn. Oh, early morning is not good for my back. There we go, they're the sweet corns. That's the first lot of sweet corn. So they're ready to go out. So I'm going to take them outside and position them, and they can see where they're going to go. If I can warm that back up, it is. Right guys, see you soon. So this is the bed I've decided they're going to go in. I've got an identical bed on the other side of the plot where they're going to go. So I'm just going to lay these out, and the only way I can say it is you do it in like a block formation, so like on a dice, the number 5. So lay them out, give them a good bit of space, and then drop one in the middle of each one. Oops. As you can see, those roots are coming through there now, so if they stayed like that too much longer, they'll start to turn yellow, and then you might get a check on the growth, and that, we don't want that. There. There. And hopefully, and there, and there. I'm going to put in there, so I should have the same amount hopefully to do the other bed. So as I say, what I'll probably do with these is leave these out for a couple of nights, and then bob them in when I've got time. I'll get these over to the other side, get them laid out. I'll go get the runner beans. Right, so again, it's just about the hardening off process. These are going to go in this bed in between the red flash onions. As you can see, they've come on quite well. They're in cell trays, so I'm not going to plant, I'm just going to leave them sat at the bottom of the bed. But while I'm here, I'll just show you this little frame. I didn't make this. I inherited it when I took the plot on. It was here already, but quite a clever little thing. I don't know if you can see down at the bottom, there's a little stand that goes all the way around it, rectangular stand, and it's all bolted in and bolted together. And then what you've got here is a couple of little clips, and what that allows is this pole goes in on itself, so it allows me to bring that up to any height I want. And then I can simply fasten my canes to them. So quite a nifty little bit of kit that, and that goes a lot higher. It probably goes about 8 foot, I'd say, something like that. 7 foot maybe, exaggerating there. So yeah, so this is all about hardening off. I thought, you know, I've got half an hour before work, I might as well come down, check on everything, and tick a few jobs off. Right, another thing that I need to do is harden off the cannas and the dahlias. So let's get across there and see how we're going on. So, I've not hardened these off at all. This is the first stages of doing it. Purely and simply because I needed to get all the other produce out and into the big greenhouse there. And I don't like to leave the greenhouse doors open because you get cabbage whites, you know, and once they get in, you know, unless you cover up in the greenhouse, they can do some right damage. A couple of hours in there, they can annihilate everything, all your brassicas. So these have all done really, really well. And I know that I can divide these up now if I wanted to. And I might just do that with a couple of them. These go home to the garden. I've got a little project at home for the where these are going to go. And I'll show you that. And that's not going to be probably until the end of the month. But yeah, I'm quite excited to show you it. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this greenhouse door open. And open the vent at the back. And now for the rest of the week, just harden them off, get them going. And then eventually what I'll do is I'll sit them outside on an evening and let them toughen themselves up. But these are absolutely brilliantly healthy plants. And as I say, you can reproduce your stock by simply just taking them out, knocking all the soil off and finding a really nice equal split right down the middle with a really sharp knife. Pop them back up in the centre of a pot and you've got another plant. Right guys, I'm going to dash off to work and I'll probably be back this afternoon and I'll see you then. If not, it'll be tomorrow. Take care. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. It's a lovely morning again, just getting a couple of things done before I have to get back to the grindstone at work. I didn't manage to get back down yesterday, so I thought I'd come down today. And what I want to do in this sort of like half an hour or so before I go is just to clear this greenhouse, or particularly on the left hand side at least, and start to prepare that bed for my tomatoes. I've got some, I believe they're called Black Russian. One of my neighbours, Norman, gave me them. So I'm going to start and do that, and that's just a little job ticked off the list. So I'll carry on, and once I've done it, I'll come back to you. Come down for some compost out of the composter to put in the beds. As you know, I'm a little bit nervous of the compost bin. I'm not keen on rats, so what I'm going to do is just to make sure hopefully that'll have woke them up and they'll have gone. I hate this bit, lifting it off. I think we're safe, nobody's home. Quite a few worms in here. yeah, really pleased with this. As I say, this were way back earlier this year, and I took out the Daleks, emptied what were in the Daleks into here, and to be fair, it was good stuff. But as I say, the problem with the Daleks is it takes a while to turn round. This smells absolutely gorgeous too, in a funny kind of way. Right, I think that should do us. I was going to get some hinges on there, but at this moment in time I can manage to slide it on and off. So why make work for myself at this busy time of year? Right, let's get up to the greenhouse. So this bed has been weeded. I was going to leave the staging in here, but I was in two minds. I thought, is that going to get on my nerves? I was going to use it to tie the tomatoes up to. But then I thought, last season it worked really well in the sun shelter as a somewhere to put the onions to dry. So I've decided to take it out. I've weeded the bed. I'll give it a light rake over. And now all I'm going to do is add some of that compost and a little sprinkling of fish blood and bone, and then that bed's ready at the weekend to get some tomatoes in, finally. It feels like summer's really here. There we go, all nice and prepped, ready for planting up at the weekend. And that's just one little job now that I don't have to do, and I can concentrate on this side, getting the dahlias in the sun shelter, hardening off, and then probably in the next, probably about a week, maybe another week, I might start to look and get those out as well. Well folks, that's it from me today, this morning. I may be back this afternoon. Until then, take care and have a great day. Well, this afternoon I'm back down at the plot, and it's a lovely day, and I thought the sun's shining. One of the things you can't neglect at this time of year is those weeds. So I've got literally 1, 2, 3 beds to finish, and then that's all the beds right across the plot, completely weed free. And then what I put in place then is a weeding strategy, believe it or not. And what I have is I have a trowel that I go around and weed with, and what I do is I leave that trowel in the bed that I've weeded last. And every day that I come down, I try to do at least 1 bed, you know, and the more you go on through the season and the more you do that, the quicker it takes. So you're not spending that much time at it, but it just means you've got a system and you're not letting things get in front of you. So I'm a bit anal with it, I know, but it's just how I roll. Right, just this to finish here, and I've got those planters to do as well, forgot about those. Right, I better crack on, it's getting warm. Well, that was certainly a satisfying 2 hours. I've got all the weeding done on the front part of the plot now, and everything's complete on the back part. So it's great to have got there. Now the hard bit is just keeping there. And as I say, a little and often is the one that always wins the race. So, right guys, that's it from me on this video. I'm hoping to be back with you at the weekend. I've got a little bit of a project at home that I might do a little clip on. And then obviously we'll be back down, hopefully, the weather holes, and I might just be tempted to put some more stuff in. So listen guys, until then, have a great rest of the week, fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care and happy growing. I nearly forgot to mention, today, and this video, is my 100th video. So I'm really pleased about that. I think I've got 1,260, 70-ish subscribers. And I've hit the 100th video today. So just over a year. So I'm really pleased. I'd like to thank everybody who've subscribed and watches this channel. I'm really pleased, and I'm looking forward to the things that we do in the future. So, as our traditional game in England goes, when you hit a century at cricket, you raise the bat. But in this case, it's the spade. Thank you again to everybody. Happy growing.